Hi, welcome back. Next, we're going to go over our card and gift catalog as well as design templates. We have lots of other options as well that are available to you that you can customize and personalize different gifts and projects for each of your recipients. On the menu on the left side, we have two areas we're going to take a look at. We have the card and gift catalog as well as the design templates. Now, what's the difference? In design templates, this is basically where we have a plethora of designs that have already been created that are very similar to Krista Mayshore's cards and projects that she has had templates created for you. But these are on a more neutral level. So perhaps you need to find a thank you card or you want to find a birthday card. This is where you can go if you're not interested in creating your own from scratch. So from here, I can look at general categories in this regard, or I can look at them by occasions. If I click on the tab of occasions at the top, I can look at different options. Most popular, we have holidays. We also have different sentiments, occasions, business, and industries. Feel free to look through and find items that fit you. As a company, we're constantly adding new designs into this area. So be sure to check back periodically. We might have something new for you that will fit something that you are needing. If we come in here and take a look at example birthday, now this brings up multiple options. We have cards with a treat, we have just a card, we have postcards. Everything is in here that you could possibly want. You can narrow it down also by adding additional information in the search bar. But let's say that you decide that you like this one because who doesn't like a good lemon sour? In here, you can come in and see the different options. There's a card and a treat sticker. These stickers can be personalized by you in any way that you desire. We can add the merge field of first name, or you can remove that altogether if you desire to keep it neutral. If you decide that you like it, you'll click on Personalize Design, and this is going to take you right into our editor. You remember that place, we've been there before. In the editor, all that you may want to do in this section is just make sure that the message is congruent with who you are. Here we have the image of happy birthday. This is the merge field of first name. Remember, you don't need to fill that out. It will automatically populate each recipient's name to that when you decide to send it. This, as you can see by the navigation here, is the inside top of the card. This is the inside bottom of the card. And here's the message that's in there. Has the first name merge field. May your day be simply the zest. Wishing you the very best year yet. Sincerely, return first name. And as you recall, the return first name information is your first name from your profile. Click to the back because guess what? It is proven that almost everybody turns that card over and looks at the back of a greeting card. Here will be a lot of your own information. You can have the dynamic QR code. You can change this to your profile image. You can change it to your logo. If you decide that you don't want to have the dynamic QR code in this field, you can change it to anything that you would like. If I click it, it gives me my toolbar, and then I can empty that field. From here, I can come over to Photos, and here I have my image merge fields available. And I can either do the logo or I can do my profile photo as well. It's completely up to you. Make sure that you do, again, have this information filled out in your profile, for then it will put your first name, last name, your company name, your street address, city, state, and postal code, your website, and your phone number. These are a prime example of how our merge fields work and that you can leave them there. You don't fill in the information because the system's going to do it for you. This saves you time. This saves you energy. This gets you moving forward and making more money. When I'm complete with what I want to create, I'm going to click Save, and then I can click Preview. Preview is a great button to press because you'll see a preview of what is going out. Now, clearly it's not going to fill in the first name merge field. I haven't added anybody to a purchase and through the cart. And unfortunately, in fact, you won't be able to see these merge fields filled in before the person receives it. You can check with customer support, and we're happy to check merge fields and make sure that they're done correctly. You can click here through the card, and you'll notice that now when I go into the middle section, it's going to open up and show me what the card will look like as though they were opening the card, and then the back of the card. Again, these merge fields all fill in perfectly and magically once you purchase the project. These merge fields will all fill in perfectly and magically when you send it to a recipient and the project prints. Again, simply click Save and return to saved projects. Remember, this is the best way to exit the editor. It's the most efficient. It makes sure that your thumbnail here is updated and that you have the most up-to-date information for your project. Now, this is about design templates. Let's quickly take a peek at the card and gift catalog. This is where you would come in if you want to create a card from scratch. Perhaps you've had inspiration from another card you've received, or you have that creative gene that not everybody has. You can come in and create anything that you like. If you view details and then click Personalize, it's going to ask you to give it a name and then what orientation you would like this to be in. You can have it in any direction that you like on the greeting card. It can be landscape where it's opening from the bottom and opening up, or you can open it like portrait, like a book. So go ahead and select which orientation that you would like on your project. And then you click continue. And now again, guess where this is taking us? Into the editor. In the editor, again, this is where you'll be able to import any photo that you want, any text. You can use different styles. You'll notice that under all of this, and I suggest when you have a moment, take the time to kind of play with it. There are some absolutely fun options in here. This you can add a photo to. You can go inside and add that to any of the surfaces if you want it to all be the same. Sky's the limit. You have other options such as shapes and little images and different things in here. You have little sayings, save the date. Maybe you have an open house coming up. Lots of different options. You can add text by clicking this, or you can use these options up here. This little mountain with the plus is how we add a photo frame. This is handy so that it doesn't take over the background of your card if you want a smaller image. And then again, adding more text box. From the text box section, you can then decide what font you want to use. Some of these in these different styles will have a font that it associates with it, but you can always change that. You can also change the color of the font. If you feel that a different font shows up better than another, testing font, then you can decide from there. You can also select any size of font up to very ginormous, down to standard size. 12 is a pretty standard size font for most people depending on the font style. It might require that you increase the font size. Always take a moment to preview your card. This is where you might realize, wow, that's a little busy. Maybe I need to change that background. Maybe the font isn't quite right. This is where you get the opportunity to do that. And if you're utilizing the merge fields, if you remember up here, we have merge fields, click that button, and then you can click on copy and come into your field here and simply paste it. One other little trick is if you go to clip art, we've talked about this I think once before, you can add any shape. So if I want to add a shape so that the text shows up better and put something behind it or above it, we can add anything that we would like. Notice I'm able to move this off the page. Just go slowly. If you go too far, it assumes that it's trashing it. You can see the trash can icon here. So if it does that, simply stop and go and shorter movements, and it will allow you to adjust it. You can even change the color and do any other color that you decide. Again, from here, how do we exit? We save and then return to save projects. In your save projects, we've talked about this as well, I believe, where you can come in and click options. This is where you would go in to continue editing the same project. You can verify if you have merge fields. If I click verify merge fields and it doesn't show the merge field I know I added, then I know something's wrong with the way that I did it. Make sure that your merge fields, when you add them, you can create images and project bases in Canva or other programs and import them. However, you need to always type our merge fields. Otherwise, the system just sees them as an image. So be sure to type out those merge fields, check your merge fields, and verify that they're there. If they are not, then you know something isn't right. You can also use customer service and we'll help you there. You can duplicate a project. If I wanted to really personalize this card and the message to one person, I would change it and maybe even rename it and say that this is Joe's card. And If this is Joe's card, but I want the same basic card with a different personalized message for Jane, then I might come in and duplicate that project. Now, when I duplicate it, it is going to create it as a copy of Joe's card. So this is where I would come in and rename it again, and now this would be Jane's card. And then I can edit and adjust the message on the inside to be specific to that person. This obviously can get a little carried away if you have a lot of recipients, which is why generally we keep the message neutral. We use the merge fields to personalize the items, and then it goes from there. In addition to duplicating cards, we can duplicate our labels on our treats. If I come in here and I want to duplicate this roasted salted almonds, notice I can actually duplicate it on any of these products, whatever I would like. Notice too, however, that it is only on the ones with a lid. I cannot duplicate this label onto a project that has a square sticker, meaning like the brownies. And I can't do a square sticker duplicated to a circle sticker. You must recreate those, otherwise it just doubles the exact same one. Here is a square label on our sea salt caramels. When I come in to duplicate this one, notice it does give me these as an option, but if I try to duplicate it onto this circle label, notice it doesn't work. It says it's a copy of it, but it's still the square label. It's still the sea salt caramels. So be aware of that as you're working with different projects. That's one little tip and trick. That pretty much covers everything as far as card and gift catalog, as well as design templates. Should you have any other specific questions, please reach out to our customer service using the chat feature down in the right lower corner, and we're happy to help you. Again, as I've mentioned before, we have live people that are here to help you and answer your questions. We'll always be happy to check a project for you, as well as anything else. We have another video coming up soon on automations. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.